possibly be on the zone. Teofimo Lopez, big announcement coming, possibly in a week. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the big news that Teofimo Lopez is supposed to be involved in? Says manager Teofimo Lopez, and a lot of boxers who signed over to Zuffa Boxing: Connor Ben, Richardson Hitchins, Edgar Berlanga. For the last couple months, we've been predicting, where's Teofimo Lopez going to sign to? The dude continues to just keep talking about Zuffa, 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 Zuffa. Look at his last tweet. Zuffa, 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 Zuffa. Teofimo Lopez. A lot of people reporting that this guy probably signed to Zuffa Boxing. But Keith Connolly says, you might possibly see him on the zone. And I say to myself, is it possible that Teofimo Lopez is signed with any other promoter? We know for a fact, I don't believe he'd be signing with Bob Arum and everything that had to do with that. Bob Arum, his old promoter, top rank, got him straight out of the amateurs. All the way to the end of 2024, his last fight with Steve Clagley. A rocky situation. Teofimo Lopez. Now, moving up to 147 pounds after losing his WBO Ring Magazine titles January 31st against Shakur Stevenson. Before that, wipe the mat on Arnold Barboza Jr. on that Times Square card in New York City. Look here, bro. I'm absolutely excited for Teofimo Lopez to come back. I want to see his return. They say it's going to be a big announcement. Who is this man going to be fighting? He's at 147 pounds. Who? Big news? Who's it going to be? Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Connolly lets us know that there's some breaking news coming for Teofimo Lopez next week. I can't wait for this. Now, the man ends up dropping some other breaking news that I thought was absolutely interesting. Richardson Hitchins, who signs over to Zuffa Boxing, vacates his IBF junior welterweight title, his 140-pound bout, decides to move on up to 147 pounds. His last fight at 140 pounds, which he's fought at since he was 16 years old. His last fight, where he was supposed to defend that title against Oscar Duarte, on the undercard of Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia, the dude gets sick. We all know why the man got sick, because the way he was absolutely depriving his body. The dude was doing everything it took. A big dude for the junior welterweight division. Doing everything it took to suck his body up. Looking like a goddamn skeleton. Stepped on the scales. Made the Friday weigh-in. Made the Saturday weigh-in. As y'all know, the IBF and their goddamn second day weigh-in check. Can't weigh more than 10 pounds over the contracted weight limit of that fight. But Richardson Hitchins makes that weight and then claims to go have breakfast, and the dude throws up. Well, Keith Connolly confirms here that that's exactly what happened. That he threw up viciously 3 to 4 different times. He explains it. And he explains what the plans are for Richardson Hitchins coming up. The man is still gonna continue. I'm gonna show you guys the clip right now of Keith Connolly explaining this, but I just want to give my opinion. The man is gonna continue fighting under the sanctioning body, the IBF, the International Boxing Federation. Currently ranked number 3 in the 147 IBF welterweight rankings. You got Patty Donovan ranked number 1. You've got Leon Paro ranked number 2. And you've got Lewis Crocker as the IBF champion. Lewis Crocker and Leon Paro fighting this Saturday. So, Keith Connolly says, yo, man, you know, we're inching our way right there. We should be becoming number 2 after we defeat Ricardo Sayas and looking to fight for that IBF world title. Now, y'all know Richardson Hitchins was the man that beat Liam Paro right after Liam had just beat Sabril Matias in Puerto Rico. My goodness. Richardson Hitchins goes in there, boxes his head off, takes that title from him. Now, Liam has a chance of beating Lewis Crocker, becoming the IBF welterweight champion. If not, Lewis Crocker wins, and he'll eventually be ended up having to fight Paddy Donovan, and we'll see what ends up happening with Lewis Crocker. But if Liam wins, hey, man, it sets up a rematch between Richardson Hitchins and Liam if they can somehow make that fight end up happening. And to be honest with you, I don't know if the boxing fans actually want to see that. I don't know if the boxing world actually wants to see that. I mean, it'll be interesting, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just another fight that Richardson Hitchins would win. So we got some breaking news on them too. And there's one more thing that I want to talk about. When it comes to Keith Connolly in this interview, the man talking about Filip Hrgović, who's taking up Moses Atama. Today we had the first press conference, ladies and gentlemen. And my goodness, bro, I see Moses Atama stand in front of this dude. People act like Moses Atama is small. He's a big fella himself. I know Filip is big. I'm telling you guys right now, Moses is the kryptonite to Filip Hrgović, and I've been saying it. This fight's been announced. I've been saying it since before that. Moses Atama is going to become the first guy to ever actually knock out for Filip Hrgović. Now, he could end up doing Filip Hrgović like how Daniel Dubois did him with a cut. That ends up, you know, forcing the fight to come to an end. Technically, Daniel Dubois was the first guy to stop Filip Hrgović, but it wasn't a real knockout. It's possible something like that could happen again. Filip Hrgović, a guy who gets cut a lot. I know that's one thing that him and his camp are worrying about. They're thinking about that, definitely. But my goodness, bro. I know for a fact Moses Atama is going to look absolutely fantastic in this fight. And I think Keith Connolly knows that as well. Because Keith Connolly himself says that he's already told Filip Hrgović that they've got a backup plan set, and it's a great backup plan to be able to put you back up there. It's a great backup plan that we got just in case he loses. Filip Hrgović says, hey, bro, I don't want to hear nothing about that. I got a fight coming up. I'm telling you guys I'm going to win. Keith Connolly saying, you know, he's starting to tell me so much that he's going to win. It's convincing me. But that ain't tricking me. Keith Connolly already got a backup plan for Filip Hrgović because he's not dumb. Of course, it's smart for any manager to always have a backup plan and always prepare for the future, prepare for different certain outcomes. So that way, when it does end up happening, you ain't shocked, left thinking, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? But bro, Filip Hrgović, Keith Connolly knows what's up, bro. The fact that he's speaking about this, which most managers do not. The fact that he's speaking about this makes me think he knows what's going to happen, bro. The backup plan is already set for Filip Hrgović, and it's a good one to be able to allow him to rebound great. Let me know what you guys think, bro. It's absolutely breaking news coming from Keith Connolly. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel bringing it to you.